It's a beautiful day out there, and I'm going to go for a boat trip. So come with me. I'm going to catch the bus first and then onto the boat. So let's go. Oh, there goes my bus. And I'm off to where the boat is berthed. Now it's an old boat, an historic boat actually, that I'm going on, and the trip is a very special one too. I'll tell you more about that later. Hello there and welcome to my channel. My name is Anita and I'm a Dutch-Kiwi. Meet Otto, Iris and Len. They organised the trip we're going on today. Approaching the wharf now, see all these boats. This is a maritime museum wharf. And there is the boat that I'm going on. It's called the Veerdienst 3. Now I'm a bit early, and that's because I'm allowed. So I just wanted to get some early shots of the boat before the other general public arrived during the time of war. In 1898, the City Council of Dordrecht commissioned the company Van Gips on Lijnbaan in Dordrecht to build a ferry. The Veerdienst 3 entered service in 1899. Until 1910, the ship operated with a flat-bottomed tug for carriages between Dordrecht and Papendrecht. And then, until 1929, the ship served as a ferry between Wieldrecht and Schravendale in the Dutch-Kiwi, but now without a tug, so only for pedestrians and cyclists. After that, a quiet period began for the ferry. The ship was used as a tugboat, a fireboat, icebreaker, and for events and tourist trips. But increasingly it lay idle in the Nieuwe Haven in Dordrecht. I'm assuming there's the engine room down there. So I'm just going to have a look. Isn't that cool? That looks lovely. This is really still original style. Oh, the granite tops. We used to have one of those when I was a kid. Oh, lovely. Very nice. It's always nice to have a good look around. It's another kitchen area. And there is a very useful little room. You can't go anywhere without one of these. Lots of safety things around. It's just awesome. Now, the ship is the boat is called a Veerdienst number 3, and a Veerdienst is a ferry service. So this used to ferry people, and now it's doing service as a charter boat, chartering groups to visit areas in the region. We're very much a water area here, so that's what it's used for. In 1938, the Veerdienst 3 was converted and modernised into a motor vessel, equipped with a 120 horsepower Bolnes diesel engine. It subsequently served in representative activities for Dordrecht in and around the Dordrecht waterways. The vessel sailed out several times to extinguish fires, with the fire engine installed on the foredeck. The Veerdienst 3 survived the Second World War unscathed, and likely due to its role as a fireboat. And until the late 1970s, the Veerdienst 3 served as a representative vessel for the municipality of Dordrecht. The guests for this trip were greeted with a taste of oranje bitter. Oranje bitter is an orange-flavoured liqueur traditionally associated with celebrations of the Dutch monarchy. It's first developed in the 17th century and historically ranged from sweet to bitter, but modern versions often include a touch of sweetness. And seeing this as a commemorative tour, celebrating 80 years of freedom, this drink was served before the guests started on their journey through the Biesbosch, where many events took place during the war. In the lounge area, the guide would tell the passengers on board about the different events and places that would be passing. It was all prepared and ready for those who want to listen. This is the Prince Claus Bridge. It opened in 2021. It's a bascule bridge designed to connect the historic city centre with the new Stadswerve district. Its unique design, featuring a rotating pylon and a counterweight, allows for both pedestrian and cycle traffic while providing ample vertical clearance for boats. The bridge serves as an architectural eye-catcher and a vital link in the city's infrastructure. And it really is a beautiful bridge linking another piece of the island to the mainland. Here's another little fact. The Netherlands has 85,000 bridges and viaducts, 83,000 culverts, and 2,400 kilometres of quays, while 7,800 pumping stations. These ensure that we have dry feet. Our country has a lot of waterways and roads, and therefore also many infrastructural and hydraulic structures where the roads and water intersects. This T intersection is where the Merwede, the Noord and Oude Maas rivers converge. An impressive intersection known as the busiest shipping hub in the Netherlands and even in Europe. From here, you can sail in no time towards the National Park the Biesbosch, Rotterdam, Brabant, or the city's picturesque inner harbour. The Netherlands faces a significant challenge in maintaining its extensive network of bridges and viaducts, many of which were built in the post-World War II era and now are approaching the end of their lifespan. This has led to a push for increased maintenance, renovation, and even replacement of these structures with a focus of sustainability, circularity, and minimising environmental impact. And the bridge which connects us to the mainland is actually going to be closed for 9 months. The only way across will be driving all the way round, taking a detour, or taking the foot ferry with your bike if you want to across the other side of the river. So it'll be quite a challenge. 9 months is a pretty long time. In this small haven, there are many maritime companies, and one of them is Fifth Propulsion. Fifth Propulsion designs and manufactures a wide range of products, including rudder propellers, bow thrusters, and marine electronics. And these products are developed by their own engineering department and manufactured in their own workshop. Active in the maritime sector since 1951, it's become a leader in sustainable bow thruster innovations since the 1970s. Various types of cargo vessels sail Merwede, primarily inland vessels. These could be divided into categories such as dry cargo vessels, barges, tankers, push tugboats, and roll-on, roll-off vessels. Merwede is a vital waterway for transporting goods between the seaports and the hinterland. Also, ferries and tour boats operate on this river. The ferry between Dordrecht and the Biesbosch is an important connection for pedestrians and cyclists. Water transport is applauded, relieving the already excessively overburdened roads of heavy transport. And of course, we can't forget the recreational boaties. And it's one of the reasons why in the summer the bridges are continually being opened at set times for just those yachts who have a mast that's a wee bit too high, an irritation for many, many motorists. just waiting to go through the lock. The Helsloos is a lock with mitre gates between the Beneden Merwede River and Sliedrecht. The lock was built in 1863. Normally, the water level on the outside, the Beneden Merwede side, is higher than on the inside. However, occasionally, the water level on the inside is higher. The loch is a place and a reminder of much fighting and tragedy. During the Second World War, the Biesbosch was a place where resistance fighters battled during the war to keep people safe, such as downed pilots and others at risk from the Germans, and to pass information on to the already liberated Brabant and get much needed medication from that region. Unfortunately, there were also Dutch people who were in cahoots with the enemy, and they were known as national traitors, NSB'ers. A tragedy occurred in the loch where resistance fighters organised a trap and shot 2 NSB members dead, resulting in a major raid of retaliation by the Germans. Prior to 1953, its tidal nature also provided the shelter needed for the resistance fighters during the war, but only the residents were familiar with this uncharted, changing nature, which made it a great place to hide. The name Sliedrecht has its origins prior to the floods which formed this national park. It was formed after the St. Elisabeth flood from 1421, when the Great or Zuid-Hollandse Waard turned into a large inland sea. The Sliedrechtse Biesbosch is a nature reserve in South Holland and forms the northernmost part of the Biesbosch National Park. It is known for its watery surroundings, reed beds and diverse birdlife. The area is largely accessible by boat and is a popular spot for bird watchers and nature lovers. The Sliedrechtse Biesbosch is the only part of the Biesbosch that still has a relatively large tidal difference since the Haring fleet closed off after the floods of 1953. The Biesbosch is a wonderland for nature lovers and recreational visitors alike. Bird life is abundant. Cormorants, sea eagles, osprey, kingfishers, herons, storks, grebes and coots. Well, there are too many to name them all. The beavers have been back in the Biesbosch since 1988. And the otter has been sighted again. That's so exciting. The Biesbosch is a tidal area and an oasis of tranquility, where in the past it was a working area for willow workers who harvested wood in the winter to make willow mats for our dikes. This tour was specially designed to explain the stories of war heroes and events, but for me it was an opportunity to show you our backyard. The Netherlands is more just Amsterdam and canals. The Netherlands is a watery country phenomenon with wonderful natural spots to discover. I hope you enjoyed this boat tour. Thanks for watching. See you next time, somewhere in the Netherlands.